Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of Weekly Assault. I am Tankz0rz, and I'm with PAINGOD.
Howdy, everybody. Hey, Tankz0rz.
How's it going?
Busy times, busy times. We're at that point where we're just enough away from the last release that's all calming down, and we're about to lock down on the next release. So now work is all speeding up. So never a dull moment.
Absolutely.
Where's Mentos at?
Where is he? Well, unfortunately, he's moved on, so I'll be taking his place for now.
Yeah, Mentos has decided to pursue another opportunity. We wish him all the best of luck in his new endeavors, and I'm sure he'll remain part of the community, but as a player now. So a farewell and Aoop.
Hey, yep.
Mentos, best of luck, man.
We definitely appreciate him here in the community and everything that he's done for us so far.
Yeah, absolutely. When he called me to let me know, he was like, I look forward to the Friday stream every week and doing it with you, and it was really really nice. And I was like, it's kind of like at the high point of my week too is wrapping it up with talking to Mentos and Tankz0rz and all of you. So the show must go on. Tankz0rz and I'll keep it going all the way through November. We're going to be assembling a new community team. We'll have more details for you that around early December, I think. But until then, you're stuck with just Tankz0rz, me, and Lady Obscura on the sidelines, helping me with everything I get wrong.
No, definitely. I definitely look forward to being back here and just being in your face and having great tanking moments together again.
Yeah, and that's more words than I've heard you say in this stream for like 6 months.
Yeah, it's got to grow back on me. I'm a little rusty.
It's different when we're all remote because we all talk through Skype and email and tickets and stuff like that. But back in the day when we were in the office, it was always great to run into Tankz0rz, sit there and chat in the hall and talk about what's going on. So I think this will be fun, man.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, so this week, what went on this week? We released the latest tank reforged, the Chieftain MK6 line. For that MK6, so the tier 10 battles were 4 times the number of daily battles than usual. About the rest of them were around 2 times. That brought the Chieftain MK6 being played about 2,500 times a day to 11,000 times a day. So really popular tank line. Win rates really quick, kind of, they went up across the board. The Chieftain MK6 went from 48.4% to 51.5%, so that's quite a bump. It's 3 days worth of data. We'll go a month and check it all. The Conqueror went from 49.7 to an even 50. The Carnarvon went from 47.4 to 48.9%. The Black Prince went from 48.9% to 51%. Churchill 8, 47.8% to 49.1%. And the Churchill 1, 48% to 50.5%. Again, still early data, and plus, that Chieftain MK is getting the majority of the play right now by experienced players. People that research and acquire those tanks, for 3 days before we rebalanced them was about 42, so a little over 10 a day. To the past 3 days, it's been over 1,000. So a lot of people picking it up for the first time and checking it out. We also released the new Centennial Chieftain T95 1959 version. Again, with 3 days of data, the win rate right now is at 51.3%. It's only just about 5,000 battles, but again, we have to wait a while for the data to normalize. But we'll keep you posted here. And here's a fun fact: someone forgot to file a ticket about that Chieftain to double check on the naming and the price and the earn rates, and we accidentally released it for far less than it was worth. So those of you that snapped it up, you got quite a deal, and we won't be coming back with our hands out. It was our mistake. You got it fair and square. What else did we do this week? Tankz0rz.
Let us
Monster
see.
Hunter.
Monster Hunter. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I
Monster
saw
Hunter.
everyone streaming that stuff.
Pardon?
I saw everyone streaming that stuff. It looked like they were having a great time.
Oh no, the Monster Hunter Op, not to be confused with the Monster Awakened or Monster Mash mode, because we named it both. So the Monster Hunter app, where you get to play and pick which one of your monster tanks you want to earn, um, has been really popular. About 10,500 players have completed all stages of the op, which means they could pick from any of the tanks. The total number of tanks claimed so far is 26,500. So lots of people completing that and grabbing their tanks. The number one tank earned in the Monster Hunter app that people selected was the Revenant. Number 2, the Lycan. Number 3, the Kaiju. Number 4, the Inferno Chimera. Number 5, the Bellerophon. Number 6, the I don't know how to say some of these things. Do you know how to say that one?
Which one were you trying to say?
Gornich.
The Gordonich? Something
Okay.
like that.
Okay, I guess Tankz0rz is our new linguistic for the stream. Next up is the Wraith, followed by the Bog Horror, and sitting down at the bottom for some reason is the Dragon. So maybe we need to look at the stats on that. The Monster Awakened or Monster Mash mode kicked off on Tuesday. You all have played an amazing 20,000 battles in 3 days. The top 5 tanks played are the Spectre. That's the one that's free in the garage that anyone can play. That's had about 75,000 battles. Next up is the Revenant, matching the Monster Hunter app popularity with about 43,000 battles. The Lycan at about 26,000 battles. The Creature at just under 24,000 battles, and the Chimera almost 15,000 battles. So glad you're all enjoying it. We did get asked last week in the stream, why didn't we run it for longer than a week? So we're making plans for that for next year. Thanks for the feedback on that. What's your favorite monster tank? Tankz0rz.
I'm probably gonna have to go with the Gordonich. I mean,
Oh yeah.
you got the flamethrower. I mean, what else? What's there to hate about that, huh?
Oh, nothing. I love the Lycan. The Lycan. You know, I love the Howl. I love flying around. My second's probably the Revenant. And you know, being sneaky and trying to fake people out.
I remember when I was in QA, we'd do all the testing for the Revenant when it first came out, and we definitely had a lot of fun trying to sneak around and pretend you're a dead tank there.
You know, we should let you move the other ones so that you can move it out of the position that people have memorized and sit in the memorized position.
Right.
Yeah, that would be cool. We had the Truth Prevail earn challenge for the Zika Skoda and the new skin. That's going on through November 1st. So far, 3 days, 31,000 people have earned it. So we're giving such stuff away there. Tankz0rz. 31,000 people have earned it in 3 days.
It's quite a feat.
Yeah. I don't even have time to play that much.
Well, I mean, you're work playing, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. All my work play on different builds doesn't count towards live ops. Then next week, upcoming next week, November 2nd kicks off our month of November. Always a very popular month for earn ups and discounts. We're speaking of earn ups, the very first one is how do you say this? Dia de los Muertos.
Dia de los Muertos. And if you haven't seen, we have little emblems that might be coming out.
Yeah.
On our screen.
And you can earn the emblem.
Little sugar skulls.
Oh, it's more than one? I just had emblem in here. Cool. Then we're also releasing, this is cool. Wait for this. A new premium Cold War tank destroyer, the M50 Antos, and a custom skin.
And we
have got some beautiful shots for you.
We have some art for that, yeah. I definitely did enjoy the aesthetics of this little guy here. Might be a little on the smaller side, but he's got quite some firepower there, right? All
Yeah.
those turrets on there. I believe we have a couple here in game for you.
And I believe we have a giveaway too.
Ooh, that's right. I totally forgot about that.
The chance to earn your very own, be the first person to earn and own the M50 Ontos and its custom skin.
Yeah, so if you'd like to be a lucky winner here, enter hashtag spooky along with your gamer tag and console of choice, and you might be a winner. Who knows? Again, hashtag spooky for your very own chance to be awarded this tank. And just give it a couple of days, maybe 2-3 days, right? That's the normal. Not counting weekends, of course. And we'll get that magically credited to your account.
You still showing pictures?
No, we're back.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Let's see what else. Yeah, we were asked last week. How come we didn't put the monster commanders in bundles? So we're making those live on Tuesday. There is a 3-pack with Carmilla right here, Warwolf and Monstrosity at 10% off, and then all 4 for 15% off. So thanks for the suggestion. We're happy to comply. Sorry I don't have a new picture for you this week. I was scrambling at the last minute because I got a Windows update that updated Skype and wiped out all my saved pictures. But you can't go wrong with Carmilla anyways. Tuesday we'll be starting a new daily play challenge. It's the condition is still penetrate 1 shot, so not hard to do at all. And you get a random drop that it gives you a chance of getting gold, key cards, a skin for the 8.8 centimeter pack 43, Jagtiger BF, and also an opportunity to earn the T34 100-year black tank. And I think you got a screenshot of that, or more than one.
Let's go ahead and take a look in the old screenshot folder here. That is T34 and the Jagtiger, correct?
Yes, T34 100-year black limited edition, and the Jagtiger BF.
Here we go. We're looking at the T34 in all of its glory, of course, and the Jagtiger BF. And I'm definitely a fan of this Jagtiger right here. Looks mighty fancy. And we're back.
I love the black T34. And then also starting to kick off the November deals leading up to Black Friday. All cosmetics, that's emblems and inscriptions. I think even camo 50% off, equipment 25% off. Our yearly premium time discounts. The more premium time, the bigger the premium time bundle, the more off, all the way up to the 360-day premium time bundle for half off. And then we're doing a Black Tank November choose challenge, so like Monster Hunter, but for black tanks. So completing that, you'll be able to pick one of 3 tanks, 3 of the 100-year anniversary black tanks, the IS-6, the Minotaur KV-5, or the Demolisher T28 Proto. And I think you got screenshots of those guys there too, don't you?
Mm-hmm. You got the IS-6 right here. The Minotaur. I like this image a lot. And the Demolisher T28 prototype.
Cool. And we're bringing back last year's Cold Steel limited edition tanks sold in bundles. That's the Earthshaker STR-102, the Eradicator Naravan, and the Demolisher T28 Proto. So I might have copy and pasted something around here.
We got some of these here.
Okay.
That's Demolisher, the beautiful Eradicator, and the Earthshaker. With a name like an Earthshaker, how can you go wrong? And we're back.
Like Eradicator. And then we're doing, for our second month in a row, we're doing a Tank of the Month DLC. Let's say you go get that from the first party, stores. For the Bear KV122, it's got some gold in there, some premium time, and a few other goodies for the low price of $9.99. And who doesn't like a good KV? I mean, come on. You got a screenshot for that too, Tankz0rz?
That one I do not.
So, uh-oh.
We'll have to owe you for that one.
That was an error in my notes then.
But what I do have is more beautiful screenshots that I could just share while we talk about it. Oops. I'm going button crazy here while we talk about some more news here.
You're a little quiet there, Tankz0rz. Can you turn your mic up a bit?
How is this? There we go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you still showing screenshots, or for
Yeah,
those of you
it's just
that don't know, I can't see the feed. What?
It's just some nice screenshots that we have here as B-roll. You can continue.
Okay. All right. So that's next week. We got more for the whole month. I always get asked during these, what's the next tanks reforged? And that's going to be the Jagdpanzer E100 line on November 9th. Most of the tanks are receiving a reverse speed increase to keep consistently in line for the changes made to other vehicles in Tanks Reforged. Tiers 7 through 9 will have some armor improvements. The Tier 10, the Jagdpanzer E100 will get an improved reverse speed. The Tier 9 Jagdtiger will get improved reverse speed and frontal armor buff. The Ferdinand reverse speed again, all around armor buff. The Jagdpanther 2 reverse speed again and front hull armor. Same thing for the Jagdpanther original. The Jagdpanther Panzer 4 improved reverse speed and firepower. Wow, there's a lot of these. The Stug 3 OSFG improved reverse speed and concealment. The Tier 4 Hetzer gets an improved reverse speed. The 88 CM Pack L56 gun gets improved penetration. An improved engine. Okay, this is a long list of things.
It is a lot of things.
Yeah, so the Tier 8 Premium 88 CM Pack 43 Jagdtiger gets the improved engine. The Tier 8 Premium Panzer Knocker Auto gets improved reverse speed, armor, and penetration. And the Tier 5 Premium Stug 4 plus the hidden Stug 3 get improved reverse speed. So, wow, lots of tanks to check out.
I feel like everyone's going to start driving in reverse now. Is that what we want?
Yeah, that'll be funny. Everybody record videos of, like, from the start, everybody just backing up in circles. Tank donuts. Let's see what else, other things going on. Don't forget, Extra Life is next week, Saturday, November 6th. All the details are on the portal at console.worldoftanks.com. I promised matchmaking updates. We're still actively working on trying to get the class-based matchmaking working on. We're at the point where we're doing tens of thousands of bot testing to see if it's at the point that we can bring it into the live game to run a test, probably on a weekend. So we get a lot of people, a lot of battles in there, and lots of results. So we're getting close. Also, always get problems to update on Marks of Excellence and the map waiting just completed the data collection. So the engineer's working on an in-depth analysis before moving forward with the next steps, deciding what we should do. So that now it's data crunching. And then I told you last week, I didn't lie to you. I was just unaware that we were going to have a competitive tournament at the end of November. I did not know that that was competing with another competitive event, the Big Map, that runs for 5 weeks at the same time. And we don't want people to have to choose between either one or play till they die. So we're going to move that to, I just got the dates in my email right before this. January 18th through the 24th. So apologies for the misinformation, but it is coming. And I think that's everything I got on my list today. This goes a lot faster when you don't talk much there, Tankz0rz.
It's a lot of stuff I got to move back here in the background.
Yeah, I know you're juggling a lot. Plus, I can't see you, so I can't see any kind of clue of me pause so you can talk, or vice versa. We'll get it worked out.
No, we'll work on something.
Yeah, maybe we'll just use hand puppets so the new people are here. Like the what are they called? The ones that have the dunce hats and the paddles?
Oh, I have no idea. Maybe someone in chat knows.
Okay, Lady Obscure has been collecting questions for me. I'll start working on those. Angel 01412. When will they send the coins pending to obtain the tier 10 tanks? Our super cool customer service manager, who we can't thank enough for all the work that he does, has decided to take that over, and happy to say I think they were shipped out earlier today. It'll get posted in the forums, all the details later. So sorry for any delay on those, but I believe they are in the wind on their way to you. Hellcat it says partition, but I think petition to get the Minto Commander made and put in game. Actually, for legal reasons and learning lessons from other companies that got in hot water, we're not doing any employee commanders in the game going forward because of liability issues. Sorry to say.
Oh, shucks, maybe next time.
Yeah, always fun until someone ruins it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't anybody with us or Wargaming or anything, but it's been issues lately, so better safe than sorry. What is this? WannaCry 1980, where's +1 -1? Announced this last week. The next event is November 19th. So it's coming. I don't even know how to pronounce FMJ 762 PS4. Why only one map for Halloween mode? As we've mentioned about bringing back the older maps, we have to update them and reconvert them and work on the textures and everything like that. And we've made a commitment to bringing more and more maps back into the random battle queue, and we've been promising 3 and averaging 4 per release. And in order to, we looked at both of the Halloween maps and went, okay, in order to do both of them, that means we're gonna have to take away one of the random battle maps for the release. So we erred on the side of having the work done on a map that's going to be in rotation and played every day, rather than have that work done for 1 week. So we only updated one of the maps. So I think by next year we could probably have the second map updated for that. But that's why there's only one this time.
I have a question here from Fish Hall. He's asking if we have any updates for the Spectator HUD.
Yes, I do. I have to find them in my mail. Let me get through these questions and remind me, Tankz0rz, and then I will I will dig in my mail and look and see
Sounds
what
good.
the items were and the breakdown of the priority. Also I totally forgot, thank you for our friendly neighborhood networking engineer. When it comes to +1, -1, we're making an adjustment for November 19th that there'll be no more ±0, which are particular tanks that have preferred matchmaking and cause problems when we do +1, -1. So they actually end up in matches a little bit OP with tanks they shouldn't have. And it's really bad for the matchmaker and start causing soft, because it tries to avoid it and cause soft and hard fails. So we're fixing that for the next one. And as the result, the batches will be more balanced and matchmaking should be quicker. Fun fact from Psych 420 Bud. One of our loyal players says their grandpa helped in the design and the development of the Ontos tank. How cool!
Oh, that is pretty cool.
Lady Obscure, give the man tank for his grandfather's service. What is it? Elliot 751. Does the Xbox Super Test close today? Yes, today's the last day to apply. If you're interested, so go to the portal or the forums, and all the details are there. Peppermint Shore UK. What about a Black Friday Commander?
What would a Black Friday Commander look like?
I don't know, but that's a good question. I don't know. We don't have one because none of us thought about it. So why don't you all send in your suggestions? What you would like to see for a Black Friday Commander.
Yeah, that'd definitely
we
be
can
neat.
certainly look into it for next year. I'd love to hear your ideas. The first thing that pops into my brain is Black Ops.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of too.
Yeah.
If you have any ideas, you could always drop all that info for art into our Discord channel, and we'll take a look at that.
All right, next up, Jonet. Sorry for slaughtering any of your gamer tags. Can we get a tier number next to the tank icon on the maps? We can look into it. We're currently looking to add this display in the PBRS. So, are you talking about the back button map or on the map in the mini map?
My first thought was the mini map, but I'm not sure exactly what that might mean.
That resolution, adding information is so hard because it just gets cluttered and covers up people seeing where they need to go or who they need to fight.
It might be more readable if it was on the bigger map, but
someone just brought up when we did the black tanks. Remember we did a daily commercial?
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, like a used cars sale commercial, and we did that every day. Man, that was hard to keep up with. Said, make him the Black Friday guy. I guess we own the rights to the character, not the person's face that played it, but we own the right to the character. We invented him.
We could bring the character back, maybe.
No, we should let it rest.
We definitely should. It was good while it lasted.
It was good while it lasted. By the end, we were all like tired and burnt out from it, and I think even players are getting a little bit tired of it. Why can't I remember what the hell we named him?
It was Paulie P.
Paulie P, that's correct.
The legend.
Yeah. Let's see what else here. Archangel 73, can you give a silver boost to T10 owners because we've already ground the line? We run a tier 2 silver event where you can get ×2 silver. I'm not sure if we're running it or it means we're gonna run it or we ran it. Maybe Lady Obscura can clear that up for me. Literal trash play. Nice gamer tag. Are there any planned premium exchange events? Look for it in early January. Hellcat. You already asked a question. All right. Any news on British Cold War tanks? I'm playing them every day in the playtest. I was just being asked by our are ahead of publishing. If they're ready to be captured, I think all but one of them are. There's a bunch. So yeah, we're close. So that's part of the next big version update coming in December. So look for them then. And no, I didn't decide to pull them and replace them with Chinese because Mentos left. He left on good terms. He's a good friend of ours. I'm not going to I'm not going to punish the British tanks because Minto went to chase an awesome opportunity. Shame on you for even suggesting that.
They're out of here, no more. We have a question here from Elliot2751. He's asking, can we have Czech heavy tanks, please?
Czech heavies? Ooh, I think they're on the schedule somewhere. That sounds familiar. Maybe a little bird can give me a hint. What? Oh, XX Ninja Jake X. What console? Can you guys give the needle a buff? Not really. It currently has a 52.3% win rate, so it seems to be doing really well. Maybe there's a specific buff you're looking for that wouldn't make it OP. Let us know exactly what you're looking for, but it's winning better than average, and it's a cool tank. So we don't want to make it OP, but maybe you're thinking of something that wouldn't, mobility wise or something like that. Baroga 1. Where's my kill counter? Oh, you mean in the HUD? Yeah, that's my fault. The ticket's been sitting on me to discuss with the UX lead of what we want to do about it. It will come back, I promise you. I just don't have more information on you right now. It's one of the one of the many tickets on my plate to prioritize and get scheduled out.
Dova Newfie is asking if they could get a reload sound on the M3A2 Bradley.
The Bradley's missing a reload sound?
That's what this player is saying.
Yeah, that's a bug. I'm sure Max Chaos can see if that bug's already filed, which I would imagine it is. But thanks for bringing our attention to it. We'll look into it. Check heavies. So my answer will be, when you think of Easter, think of check heavies.
You setting a little mind trap for yourself?
How's that for a hint? Since I can't leak information that far ahead.
It's a quite interesting link we got there.
John 8. I think you already asked a question. Oh, okay. Clarify to PAINGOD that I meant the tier number next to the icon be either on the HUD, on the mini map, or the big map, just for us to see during the game in front of us. We have a higher tier or lower tier than us. I think on the big map that might be possible. We have enough space and resolution there. On the mini map, it's always really crowded, and people want to make the mini map bigger, but then it takes away from your view and of the environment. So it's always a struggle of giving the right amount of information and not making the mini map useless for what it was meant to be, which is, a map and position locator. But we can certainly get a suggestion ticket filed to look into putting it on the big map.
We have a question from Face1775. He's asking if we have any updates on the Russian double barrel tanks.
I don't have a date. I know where the work is. I was just discussing with the producer that's kind of over the art and asset creation for tanks. Last night, as a matter of fact, planning out first and second quarter in more detail. I'm thinking roughly it'll fall second quarter, but we haven't locked down any of those dates with publishing or anything like that. So it's fingers crossed first half of next year. It's competing with multi-turret, which also competes with multiple guns on a single turret. They're all very, very confusing things. But all that work is all in progress. The T-Bear 55. World War II, Cold War tanks. Will they come to key cards at some point? I'm sure they will. They're still relatively new. But that's a good suggestion. Maybe one of the upcoming key card drop tables we could add some Cold War premium tanks into that. So that's a really good suggestion. I'm sure Lady Obscure is writing that down. Ice Ice Cube Ski. Is that like iced tea? But Ice Cube Ski. Mars Moon Mode. No really good answer. We've talked about when to bring it back and what we want to do to it, but I don't even have an idea yet exactly if we did and when it would be. But it has come up. It's been in discussion.
The question here from Sarah is asking if we'll have any last known location feature coming in the future.
There's no intention to implement that. It's a very controversial feature. People that like to play strategically feel like it's unfair and kind of ruins their play. We've talked about it. It's come up many times over the years. And I'll even say we did an implementation of it just with debug stuff, right? Nothing that was shippable, and it made the call that it had too much of an effect on gameplay, so we decided not to pursue that feature. Midway Bear Cub 07. Any chance we'll have marks of excellence at tiers 1, 2, 3, and 4? Unlikely for tier 1 and 2. They're retired, and we don't want to be encouraging skilled players to go down and seal club new users who are just trying to learn the game. Also, most tanks of the tier, the barrel is so small it doesn't really even support the marks of excellence display. But I believe the reasons historically why they weren't on those tiers is because we did not want to encourage people earning them in the early tiers where people are just learning how to play and it's hard enough. This game, come and play training, and then it's a cliff, of difficulty and things to learn. And while we're always trying to improve that, we also try to discourage veteran players playing in those tiers because it's just such an overmatch against new players. You want to play the older tanks, grab your friends, play them in custom games, but please don't club new people that are coming into the game. There might be someone that will get good one day that will want to play. You will want to play with, or meet them and become part of the referral program, and make extra prizes from us for playing with the newbies. But please don't beat them up.
As they say in Reddit, you gotta adopt the tomatoes, not squash them, right?
Yeah. Yeah, if you squash tomatoes and they hang around, they become potatoes, right? So
I'm not sure if the math checks out.
What was that?
I'm not sure if the math checks out, but we'll go with that.
It rhymed. I thought that was good. The Cynic on Xbox. Is there a chance of bringing back the old radio wheel prior to 6.0? It was very friendly, had all the bells and whistles. Is this possible to bring back? It is possible, and it has been discussed. It's one of those things people are like, okay, it's less cluttered and easier to use now, and then we get, I want this one command back, and then other people are like, this command was like never ever used, and sometimes I'm like, why did we change anything? Because there's never any agreement. But we have been talking about things to add back to it, and I'm sure that your feedback will get passed on to the designers that are currently discussing it.
Yeah, definitely. I had another question along that same topic, asking for more commands and options.
You did? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we'll get together, like make a suggestion poll or something like that. I know we did this before we made the change where we reduced it down. We looked at the ones that were most used, and then we did a vote with the community of which ones they thought were the most valuable, and which ones they thought weren't needed and should go away, or some of them were kind of being used, sarcastically or to troll other players. And we based our changes on the results of that poll, maybe thinking it has changed at this point. But I think there's certainly a couple of useful ones I could probably go back in. So thanks for that.
I'm definitely up for tools that allow communication. So.
Yeah, that's what I want to prove people to communicate better and work as teammates together. And I'm really a fan of games that are able to do a lot of really simple communication with pictos in 3D space. And we've been talking about doing more along those lines. Degeneratio. How's the status on wheeled vehicles? Hope speed equipment is removed on them. Status is they're coming along. They're playable in game. They're not anywhere shipping at shipping point yet. We're still getting them working and getting all the values we need to tune them to get them to feel right. Speed excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Speed equipment. I don't know if that has been determined or not, but we've definitely looked at the feedback from the original release on PC and how people feel about them today, and we're trying to improve on that. Right, we're trying to say we want to make them fun and more balanced, and that's our goal. So they're coming along. I think our first larger scale playtest within the studio with people trying it out other than the designers that are tuning it is Tuesday next week. I believe that's what I was told this morning by Chuji, the lead designer. So they're a reality. They're coming. I can play them now. Leo de Sol. Would it be a uh-oh. Got more questions, so it just scrolled past me. Thank you, Skype. Would it be an idea to have missions to earn the old lower tier tanks as an extended tech tree? That way people still start at 3 but can earn these legacy tanks. We have been making them earnable rewards, a few of them in the past, and we're looking at giving more opportunities for people that want them to get them. Your idea is dead on. Is not to start people back at 1, continue to start them at 3, but once they learn the game and get into the game and want to play some of those historic tanks, giving them a way to acquire them. Originally, we had planned on retiring a lot more tanks and having like I can't remember the word we were going to use, like a codec or an archive of the tanks that were retired, and occasionally put them on sale or put them in a contract so people could earn them and stuff like that. But then we haven't moved forward with retiring any other tanks, so we haven't invested in that feature. So we'll be giving people more opportunities through events to get them at some point, like in November, quite possibly. So look for that.
I have a question here from our player called Halra, and he's asking for an update on mercenary contracts. I know we spoke about that a little while ago.
Oh, I was just reminded it was the tank vault. Mercenary contracts. So in progress. We had the stand up at 1 o'clock today, right before this meeting. Things are chugging along. There's enough of a framework in there right now that QA has been able to do testing and file bugs and try to break it in different ways. I think it is from the design and art side now. Needs to be getting what you as the players, what we call UI, see to interact with it. So yeah, it's definitely coming along. I would say, what's today? By the stream 2 weeks from now, I'll be able to give you a definite answer of where they're at and when I think they're going to become available.
Question from player Dark Angel is asking if the next generation consoles, will they have improved graphics at all or updates?
Nothing concrete I can tell you right now. We just finally got them to come out the native versions So that's like step one. And now if we were like, we want to do more enhancements, we did a bunch of them in January and then again in April, because the backwards compatibility functions allowed us to add the features to the next gen even before we were native. So now that we're native, there's more opportunity to do next gen specific features, and also looking to the first party console makers, for them to be releasing new features that devs can take advantage of. So yes, but I have no details for you at this time.
Camo Jocko asks if we'll have another lunar event sometime. They love that one.
Yeah, someone asked that earlier. We've been discussing it and trying to figure out what date, when we want to do it. We usually do them around holidays, and what we want to add to it to make it a little bit more unique this time. So stay tuned. It's the funnest event mode for me that we've ever made.
Yeah, definitely all that low gravity actions. It's always fun.
Yeah. Just an ace hole. How are the Eastern Tech Tree Light tanks performing? Any buffs coming? Oddly enough, we look at Cold War lights a whole lot. So Era 1, post-war, there hasn't been any impact to performance parameters. Era 2 with the camo changes. Era 2 Tech Tree, no noticeable impact to any performance parameters. The premiums decreased in win rate a little bit for 4 or 5 of the Era 2 escalation Cold War lights. And Era 3 right now, noticeable impact, but you have to understand it's only a couple days of data. So again, we need usually about a full 4 weeks of data to see the results of any changes. People get used to those changes and adapt to them.
Yeah, Yukon's
the Mauler still probably needs a buff. We're keeping a close eye on it. Most of the others are still over 50% win rate, except for the Object 934. So the Mauler and Object 934 look like they get a little bit of a buff. But again, a couple more weeks of data, and then we'll make a decision.
We have 2 suggestions for a lunar date here. We have Lunar Thanksgiving and then the Lunar New Year.
Well, we have to work into the future, so everything's ready to release in the time. So I can tell you we're this Thanksgiving and this New Year are completely out of the question because we're past developing. For Thanksgiving, we've already closed all that work out, and for January for New Year, that's the version we're locking down in a couple weeks. So no time to add it in right now.
Yeah, development cycles are always in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some days I'm walking around thinking we're in 2022 because I spend so much time looking at calendars. But we were talking dates. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a Saturday, and they're like, what are you looking at? I'm like, I'm looking at my December calendar, not my October calendar. So, yeah, time becomes weird when you're researching the past, addressing with problems in the present, and planning the future, all back and forth constantly every day.
I have fun and interesting question here from our friend Minto. He asks,
"Hey, Mentos."
This is a little while ago. He asked, "What was our favorite stream moment together that we shared, you and I, TJ?" And I'll go first here. I think my favorite stream moment, it was unexpected, but Rybot and I were streaming, and then you came knocking on our stream door, and we had a safety drill, and we had to get out of the building. That's the first thing that came to mind to me.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. We thought you just wanted to join in on a stream.
No. I had to walk into live streams like, we're evacuating the building now.
Yeah.
They're like, are you doing this for the stream? No, I'm serious. We have to get out of the building now. What were my favorite moments? A lot of my favorite moments on the stream is me and Mentos getting ramped up for it, talking while Tankz0rz was getting everything everything ready. We talk about what's going on in our lives and the weather and sports and funny things that happens during development or whatever like that. So we would always just go back and forth talking about things until Tankz0rz did the countdown. So some of those moments were really, really hilarious, and it would get us hyped up and ready for the stream. Unfortunately, I can't probably mention any of those. The bunny running across the stream, I can remember that. Mentos's ability to grow an entire face full of hair from one stream to the next in different places on his face.
That was pretty impressive.
That was pretty impressive. I actually thought he was like putting us on for a bit, but no, he could actually do that. I think the first stream we had to do without Tankz0rz, and Mentos had to do the tech side of himself, and that was the first time I couldn't see Mentos while we were talking to each other. It was hilarious, and just how freaking stressful the whole stream was, and we had to like pretend everything was okay. I don't know, that they were the high point of my week, every week, and it all kinds of blurs together into one long, never-ending stream, and I'll miss it very much.
I remember I gave you guys a couple false starts as well. Those are always fun.
Yeah, one time you didn't give us a countdown. You're like, you're live, and I was saying
you've
something
been live, yeah.
not appropriate for the airwaves, and luckily there was a delay. Tankz0rz caught it, and it didn't go out. I don't know. They're all fond memories, Mentos, to be completely honest.
Before we forget of our giveaway, we should probably take a look at that, huh?
Yeah, we should probably.
All right, well, this is your final chance here. If you haven't entered hashtag spooky, if you'd like to win your very own Ontos. Is that how it's pronounced, PAINGOD?
Ontos.
Ontos.
What are you asking me for? I pronounce everything wrong.
I just wanted to verify you were pronouncing it right. All right, let's take a look at our trusty little bot here. And our winner is, drumroll please, Face 1775. Congratulations, Mr.
Congratulations, you are the first owner of Ontos. Let's see what I got left here. Legal Emperor 4260. Will ever be a tank that only fires missiles? I believe that is a distinct possibility in the future, yes. Tanknos streams. What is the future of the independent tech tree? Will it get more tanks? Absolutely. That's 20. A little bit later in 2022, there's a big independent push into the tech tree. It will get many more tanks. Punsy Kid, will the Ragnarok be for sale? November is the best month period for tank collectors and people trying to pick up those tanks that they missed out on. We put just about every freaking tank on sale, or in Urnop, or a bundle of some sort. So just keep an eye on the weekly announcements in November, and I think you'll have a really good chance to pick one up. And
I'm sorry, what? Go ahead.
I would just say, and I'm actually out of questions, surprisingly enough.
I think we had a trailer to run, didn't we?
Did we have a trailer?
I can't remember anymore. I don't think I ran any trailers.
I forgot it in my notes. Let me see if I can find the ticket really quick. Oh, let me look at my Skype over here or something. Tankz0rz, did you see I was like all commenting all this morning on the stream ticket for today, and I'm like, this isn't right, this is wrong, and then
It was one for the future. I was
Yeah,
like,
it was for next week's stream. I spent all this time coming and I'm gonna delete it and be like, oops, I was looking at the wrong week. Do I have the ticket here? Dang it.
I believe it's on YouTube already. If we want to run it anyways.
What was the trailer for?
It's the Black November Art Ops.
Oh, okay.
All
I
right.
must have missed that one.
Well, here we go, everyone. Enjoy. What do you guys think? There we have it. We forgot something.
Spectator stuff. For the next version update in December, there's a whole lot of like bug fixes, quality of life stuff. Re-adding take icons to players and replays. Fixing a lot of the spectator stuff, like Team One doesn't minimize in custom games. Spectator HUD when it has 8 players. The map shows incorrect player, objective and spawn colors. Legend text is too small in the spectator HUD. Custom games colors are inconsistent for spectators. Broken damage modules don't appear and disappear correctly. MVP screen and PBRS scoreboard need to use the same colors as the in-game HUD for readability. Adding base icon and match timer. They're overlapping in some map modes and getting those cleaned up. So that's a bunch of bug fixes and quality of life. I'd say for the next version after that, our wish list is I think we already improved the base capture icons and the base circles. Greater team name customization. Health bars should drain in the opposite direction. Mode needs an indicator for actively selected tanks on the minimap. This is a bunch of HUD stuff. Spectators largely HUD. Display player info cards and spotted status. Tracking games within the spectator HUD. All kinds of stuff. So we got those all prioritized. So you're going to get a chunk of bug fixes, quality life fixes for spectator in the next version update.
We have a player here asking me if I'll be the go-to contact on Discord. My inbox is always open, so if you have any questions, feel free to shoot them my way, and I'll forward them accordingly.
Yeah, bear with us for a couple weeks as we adjust and shift responsibilities around to different people. Max Chaos and Lady Obscure are always out there to help people. As well as Tankz0rz and a whole fleet of other people. So we'll get it done. So just reach out. I think I got another one. Tank Delphilia. I don't know. Can we get a ramen noodle cup emblem? Lady Obscure replies yes, and she's sending the question to me as she files the ticket, so I don't think she just wants to add noodles to the game for fun. I'm a big fan of ramen. And from Gunny 1162, can something be done in honor of wild land firefighters like myself, commander or anything? We did do a military firefighter commander in game, and I am more than happy to have Lady Obscura or someone give you one of those for free for your service. Thank you very much.
I definitely either reach out to Lady O or myself, and we'll get you situated.
Okay, I'm out of questions, and we are past time. So
look at the time.
Thanks, everybody. See you on the battlefield this weekend. Enjoy Halloween if that's your thing. And have a great weekend.
Take care, everyone. And stay tuned for our community contributor, Kitty Mech. So don't go anywhere. Take care.
Bye, everyone.